What's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming in. We will get started in just 1 second. Um, okay, yeah, we'll start bringing up people. Just give me 1 second, guys. Hello, hey Des, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm trying to figure out YouTube, Facebook, and X right now, and then we'll start rocking and rolling on TikTok. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. Let's figure this out together. Yeah, okay. Well then. Do do do. Okay, anyways. Welcome in, everybody. How are you guys doing? Is everybody ready for the big day in DC tomorrow? We will be in DC. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Jersey Trucker, thank you, thank you. Um, How's everybody? Ah, yeah, so I'm all showered up, clothes are clean. I just went and bought a brand new shirt and tie. We will be in DC tomorrow. We will be live on TikTok, uh, Facebook, YouTube, and X. We will be streaming live on 4 different services. Sorry, I'm waiting for Poncho to pick me up right now. He is on his way from New Jersey. I'm currently in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So hello, welcome in on Facebook or YouTube. I'm not sure which one you're live on, but thank you for coming in. Hey, can you do me a favor and write something in the chat so that I know it's working, please? We're trying to test it for DC tomorrow. Anyways, old school, welcome in. I'm going to bring people up here in a little bit, but we're talking about a few things. We are going to talk to Donald Trump tomorrow, JD Vance, or Sean Duffy on some of the main problems in the trucking industry, right? Like, how about double and triple brokering? Let's get rid of that. How about the ELD? Let's get rid of that. How about the God Act, overtime pay for truck drivers? This is a call to action. This is a national emergency and beautiful lives are at risk. The trucking industry in America needs national attention and an executive order signed by the president himself to save American truck drivers and their families. We need to restore power and control and financial wealth back to the American truck driver and their families. I drove all the way from Kingman, Arizona to Washington, D.C. to talk to the president, for truck drivers and their families to share how bad the trucking industry is, how bad it has become, how corrupt it is, how corrupt the trucking industry, and how American families and the middle class are suffering tremendously. Um, DA Compliance says, how do you pay business owners over time though? Well, by having a decent CPM, like $4 a mile. I mean, we should be making $4 a mile. If you're an owner operator, $4 a mile, it's not like that's a ton of money. Thank you for coming in, by the way, everybody on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Thank you for being here. We are just practicing right now on tomorrow and Friday's journey. Poncho's going to be here in a little bit. This is really excited that there's that many people on here. So welcome in. If you guys can you drop something in the chat so that I know it's working, not on TikTok, but on YouTube? Can you guys drop something in the chat just so that I know, just so I know it's working? I just want to make sure that your messages are getting to me. Anyways, brokers and mega carriers are justifying taking, in some cases, 30 to 50% of the load's revenue that the truck driver has already earned. Not cool. At times, the brokers are selling this same exact load 2 to 5 times before they even have a truck driver for that load, which depreciates the revenue earned by the American truck driver. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Truck drivers are not paid empty miles between loads. I estimate on the low end that we're losing about $14,400 a year and lost revenue that belongs to the truck driver. Tow truck drivers are paid from when they're at their house till they get to the breakdown, an hourly wage while they're hooking up the equipment, and then they're paid to the repair shop, and they should be, right? So why don't truck drivers? Why are we driving empty miles all the time on our dime? Not cool. Truck drivers receive zip code to zip code pay or as a straight line on a map or as the crow flies. This is a scam because truck drivers' actual miles are much longer than the way they are set up currently. In my estimation, on the low end, we're losing about $29,000 per year in lost revenue by allowing that zip code to zip code bullshit. As the crow flies, are you kidding me? Trucks don't fly as the crow flies. Give me a break. Thank you for everybody being here. Please share this live if you haven't already. I really appreciate you being here, and we are just practicing for tomorrow. So thank you for being here. I really love you guys, and I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see, shippers and receivers consistently waste our time and our money by holding us hostage on the docks, hours and hours per day. They are scrolling on social media and they're taking their time being lazy, making us wait longer because they want to waste time on their phone. We are regulated on time, and it is stressful when people are wasting our very precious time. Truck drivers are losing 480 approximate hours per year, or $24,000 in lost revenue because of it. Can you imagine losing that much time of your year? $24,000 is what a truck driver loses every single year by the wasted time on the dock. So yes, I definitely think we should get paid for our time on the dock. We sacrifice so much for our families, for the American people, and for this great economy of ours. We are away from our families about 300 days a year. We miss birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, funerals, surgeries, weddings, all for our families, for the American people, and for this great, great nation. So our trucks, our 72 square foot box here is about half the size of your bathroom. So if you didn't know, it's about half the size of your bathroom. Um, it's an enormous sacrifice not to be taken lightly what the American truck driver does for the American people. The American truck driver has earned the right to be greatly rewarded for this very noble sacrifice. $25 a night minimum hazard pay away from our loved ones while living in this truck, this 73 square foot, is not a lot to ask for. The American truck driver has earned this very basic human need: medical, dental, vision, and a great retirement package for all drivers and for all drivers' families is a must. Truck drivers and their families are the lifeblood and the backbone of this great nation. Our time is now to be heard by all 350 million Americans from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, which I am currently at the Atlantic Ocean, right? In the 1970s, company truck drivers were making about $35,000 a year. If you did the exchange of currency from today's time, that's about $170,000 is what we should be making. That's company driver. If you're an owner operator, it's about 370,000 a year is what you should be making, and that's net. That's not gross. That's net. Today, truck drivers are barely making 60,000 if they're lucky. If they're lucky. Instead of a living wage appropriate for today's cost, trucking is down and trucking is down 20% and inflation is up 30%. While the American truck driver is still generating the same amount of energy, we're losing 50% of our take-home pay. Basically, that's what we're losing today. But nothing has changed for our energy. We still produce for America because we would never let America down. Truck drivers and their families need the public's help by enforcing laws that already protect us and we have already been passed. Truck drivers, we need our own lobbyists to work for us in government agencies to protect our way of life and for our revenue full time. If we don't act immediately, legal and illegal foreign truck drivers will dominate the industry through mega carriers, and brokers will make pennies while a few others get rich, and the American middle class truck driver will slowly burn out. Why did I pick that up? It breaks my heart to see small business owners going out of business. Plywood around the windows, weeds around the property. City by city, you see small mom and pop shops going out of business, right? You know what? Forget all this. Hang on, guys. I got something better. I apologize. Man, I even felt myself getting bored there. Okay, let's get down to the nitty and gritty of it. Let's see. DA compliance says all this is perfect for employees, but as business owners, it won't work since we are an owner. Well, that's what I'm saying, DA compliance. We need a set minimum rate per mile, right? The AFFTRA could cover that one. Have you read the AFFTRA? All right, so this is tomorrow's speech. Get ready, y'all. This is tomorrow's speech, okay? Just give me one sec here. And we'll do tomorrow's speech. Let's see. I give DA compliance says I give my drivers all those benefits already. Okay. You're one of the few. Not many trucking companies are giving anything. This is a national emergency. Small carriers and drivers are losing everything. They're losing their homes, they're losing their trucks, they're losing their cars, they're losing their savings. Everything they have worked so hard for the last 30 years is literally circling the drain because of greed and corruption. I drove from Kingman, Arizona to the White House in hopes that our president or vice president or Sean Duffy would talk to an average truck driver, small business owner, a husband, a father, an American citizen who is exhausted and is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Everyone over the last 30 to 50 years has slowly been finding clever ways to steal money from the American truck driver. After deregulation, everything went to crap for the small carrier and for the truck driver hand in hand. Truck drivers are shorted on miles by paying them zip code to zip code instead of actual miles. That's about $29,000 a year in lost revenue. We shorted on hours waiting to be loaded and unloaded. We're shorted on hours when we're getting loaded and unloaded, not being paid for the time and that equals about $24,000 a year in lost revenue. Just shy of about 480 hours is being wasted of our time every year. Bang crowd, welcome in. How you doing? Thanks everybody for being here on TikTok. Welcome in, and on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Welcome in. Hey, on YouTube, can you guys see everything okay? Because on my end, let me just clean the lens real quick. It does look a little foggy. You just clean that up for you. I hope that's better. There you go. Should be nice and clear now. All right. Truck drivers sacrifice a lot for this great nation. We miss birthdays, holidays, weddings, anniversaries, all so the American people can have a great life and a great economy. And instead of being rewarded for this noble sacrifice, people take advantage more and more every single day. Truck drivers don't receive overtime pay. Every time you turn around, someone else is in our pockets trying to come up with clever ways to take our money. Truck drivers spend about 300 days a year in a 72 square foot box. That's half the size of your bathroom. Our job is 7 times more dangerous than law enforcement, and a truck driver's average lifespan is 62 years old because of the abuse the human body goes through driving this heavy equipment day in and day out. And instead of rewarding this noble cause, we are going to once again what? Take advantage of the driver day by day. Stop taking money that the truck driver has earned and go make your own honest living instead of justifying taking more from small carriers and from drivers, please. In the 1970s, truck drivers were making around $35,000 a year. In today's currency, that would be about $170,000 a year. I don't know about you. I know I could do a lot with about $170K a year. That is what we're literally generating, and the money is there. Trust me. They just have figured out clever ways to provide jobs for that extra money. That's why you're not seeing it, but you're the one making it. Trust me. It is still being generated in the load. You're just not seeing it. You're providing revenue. You're providing revenue for them that they did not earn. Brokers and shippers, insurance companies, the states, and the federal government, everybody is taking advantage of us. And it's a real shame considering what we do for this nation, isn't it, drivers? Without truck drivers, this country collapses in 3 days, and we are treated less than human. We've tried to organize, saying they we're tired of organizations saying that they represent us, like the ATA, the American Trucking Association, OOIDA. They represent the mega carriers. They don't recognize or fight for the American truck driver. And we the small business owners, small carriers, and truck drivers, we are 86% of the trucking industry. Mega carriers are only 14%. So why, ATA, why are you fighting for them? Is it because they shove big amounts of money in your pockets? You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I am here today in hopes that I can inspire all 2 million American truck drivers to unite. We are so powerful, you just don't realize it. If we unite and we stop putting up with all of this, we can dominate the trucking industry today. And once again, we do have the numbers. Don't go to work anymore if you're not if you're making less than 175K a year, just don't go to work. Seriously. If you're making less than 175,000 a year, why even go to work? We're slowly just not paying our bills, right? What is the point? It's like a slow cook. We're a frog in a pot. We're slowly just cooking. If we stand together, we can easily have a good life. We can go down to working 4 days a week and we can make 3 times what we're making now. But yes, it will be hard at first. I can sacrifice these 2 days here. So can you, drivers. Hey, I got a family to feed. I can't afford to be here right now for these 2 days. My wife's not too happy about this, everyone. But you know what? Some things in life are more important than money, right? Like morals, like values, like the American way. It's more important than money. Some things are more important than money, okay? We need to go back to that. We've lost our way in America. We need to ban non-direct brokers. No more second or third brokers on the same load. If it's not a direct shipper, it's illegal, period. If a broker doesn't have a driver, they can't book for a shipper, period, end of story. No more brokers or carriers outside of the United States of America. If you don't live here, you don't get to enjoy our revenue off the American trucking industry. We're sick and tired. Oh, and cabotage, let's start enforcing cabotage. Mexican drivers stealing American freight and Canadian drivers sorry about that. YouTube was trying to tell me something. Canadian drivers, no more stealing our freight. And Mexican drivers, no more stealing our freight. About $300 million a year is in stolen revenue off the Americans' back. And I don't appreciate it. My family needs that. Your families need that, drivers and small carriers. America, right now is the time that we have to think about ourselves. Our families are hurting. We need medical, we need dental, including fully paid dental and medical. We need to stop sending our tax dollars overseas until every American family is completely financially stable and doing great. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate that, wild child. Okay? No more tax dollars outside of the USA. I want my tax dollars to go to you guys in America. I don't want my tax dollars going anywhere else. Period. End of story. I never voted for that. America, we need shippers and brokers regulated. I know you guys aren't going to like to hear that, but it's true. Hang on, guys, one sec. Hang on, guys, one sec. I apologize. My daughter just called me. Just give me one sec. I'm just going to text her real quick, and then I'll come right back to the live. I apologize. Okay, here we go. All right, we are back. The OG says that's already has stopped. Finchon did it 11:28. What are you talking about, Cupcake? I'm all for 10 to 15% broker cap. All right. I kind of was thinking more like 7 to 10%. 15% seems like a lot to me, but I also have not done a broker's job, right? Okay, anyways, we need shippers and brokers to be regulated. A freight minimum per mile needs to be established. No more cheap labor. Only the best of the best allowed in our country and in our industry. No more of these unprofessionals, this cheap labor. Get them all out. That's all these unalivings that we're having, like in Florida, the one in Los Angeles. All of these unalivings, you know where those came from, right? Not professional truck drivers, they were unprofessional truck drivers. Let's bring back the true professional American commercial truck driver and the professional and respected small carrier. All right. Here in the United States, we are a constitutional republic. That means we tell the government what to do and they do it, right? So I have a concern. I tell the government what my concern is, what my problem is, and they do it, right? Okay, that's a constitutional republic. That's what we're in right now. Do not be afraid of your government. Your government is your employee. They are not your boss. They are not more powerful than you. If you are an American citizen, you are more powerful than the government. It's that simple. Why our forefathers are rolling in their graves right now, just like think about what we did over a 2% tax. Right now we're getting taxed 40%. We're just like, things will get better. Things will get better. Things are not going to get better. Nothing's going to get better until we wake up and smell the coffee, all right? The government are our employees, and it's time for them to do their job. It's time for them to make our pursuit of happiness great again. It's their job to make our life better and happy. I don't know about you, but I'm not happy with what's going on right now, and it's time the government starts working for we, the people. Okay? Not for other countries, for we, the people. I'm sick of paying high taxes and watching them support people in different countries and areas that I didn't approve. I didn't approve for all my tax dollars to go outside of this country. Sam Graves is at the head of the Transportation of Infrastructure Committee, and he says trucking is just fine, drivers. He says trucking is just fine. He won't support the GOT Act, which is overtime pay for truckers. He won't support Connor's Law, which is the English proficiency standard for America. You guys remember Connor, the 18-year-old high school kid that was unalived in Jacksonville, Florida on our highways? He was unalived because the driver did not speak English. The driver did not see the sign that said caution, traffic ahead, and he smashed Connor, unaliving him at 18 years old. How would you like that if that was your son? What would you think then if that was your son? Would you want English to be the proficiency standard in America? I would. I have 4 sons. And if one of my sons was hurt, I would make it my life mission to get a bill like that passed. And Sam Graves out of Missouri, he says trucking is fine. We don't need overtime pay for truck drivers. Hey, hey, truck drivers. Hey, you don't mean nothing to me. Hey, who cares about the God Act, right? What do truck drivers need overtime pay for? I mean, they're doing just fine living paycheck to paycheck. Don't worry about it. That's what Sam Graves says. So if you're a Missourian and you don't like that, vote him out. He's up for re-election this year. Vote Sam Graves out. Let's see. He won't support the English proficiency either as a first language to protect American lives on our roads. So I ask Missourians right now, are you guys going to vote him in again? Or are you gonna replace his seat? That's what I would do. If it was Nevada, I'd be voting out my Congressman Mark Amodai in a heartbeat. Um, they lie, right? The American Trucking Association lies, right? They go to Congress and Senate and they lie. They lie. They say that there is a truck driving shortage, right? They lie. Okay? They say, oh, hey, Congress and Senate, there's a truck driver shortage. So we need to get a bunch of cheap labor over here from other countries. Is that cool? Oh, yeah, since there's a shortage on truck drivers, Ding. Here you go. Go ahead and get that labor over here, which it's not true. And then that brings our rates down. And now we can't support our families, our American families. So not cool. Yeah. Let's see. DA compliance says we pay road taxes. Why pay tolls? Do you know where your toll money is going? You know the one in Chicago. I heard that is owned by Ukraine. So you got, and that goes against the Constitution. You can't make money from another country off a toll system on our free travel. Like I don't know how that's legal. Welcome in, everybody. We're also live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. We are at the White House. We're almost at the White House. We're 112 miles away from the White House. Tomorrow, we're going to be going live all day. And Friday, we're going to be going live all day. We are trying to talk to Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, or Sean Duffy, which he's the Secretary of the Department of Transportation. My name is Vince. I'm an American truck driver with Truck Drivers Unite Now. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I have a surprise guest that I am going with to DC. I'm going with an immigrant of 25 years. He came to the United States 25 years ago. He's actually an engineer that became a small carrier truck driver, and he is also an American citizen. He came here the right way, and he is also fed up and sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I thought, what better than an American born, fourth generation American, and an immigrant from another country that came to the United States that loves this country, fighting shoulder to shoulder, locking arms for the American truck driver and the small carrier. That's what we're doing here, folks, just so you know. Um, Anyways, ATA, not cool. The American Trucking Association does not fight for truck drivers, okay? They don't represent me, and they don't talk for me, because my life is crappy right now. Nice jock. What are you saying there? Saka, nice jock. Okay. Our forefathers created a document and ways for us to get out of this mess. But we have to read the Constitution, drivers. We have to get involved. We have to vote our congressmen and our senators out if they don't work for us. Their job is to represent us, we the people, right? Congress and Senate, their job is to represent us, we the people. Don't be afraid of them. They are your employees, all right? If they do not represent you, you kick their asses out of office. They don't belong there. If they're not making your life happy, you vote them out. And I don't know about you, but my life is not happy right now. All right. If your state, your pursuit of happiness is not top notch, then fire your congressman, fire your senator, and put a new one in. That's my advice to everybody. Call them, go visit them like I did. And they will have no choice. Remember, they are your employees, okay? You know, a lot of things in life are more important than money, like morals, values, and your family. Stop paying your drivers more money, or start paying your drivers more money and give them more time off. I know that sounds crazy because the way we're conditioned, but it's true. 80 hours a week is not a flex. 70 hours a week is not a flex. That's not cool to work your ass into the dirt. What is cool about that? Wouldn't it be cooler to work 3 or 4 days a week and enjoy 3 or 4 days a week for your hobbies, whatever that is, whether you like to paint or go motocross or fishing or whatever the hell your hobby is? Wouldn't you love to have some more time for your hobby? Isn't that what life should be about? Brothers and sisters of the highway, we are a family. Good or bad, we are in this together. We are fighting side by side. We will stand up together. We must stand up together if we want a better life for ourselves and for our families. I am building a small carrier and a small driver association very, very soon. I hope you will join us. Completely transparent, 100% free. It'll be raw trucking news. It won't be what I like. It won't be what you like. It'll be what the truth is. It'll be what the actual truth is. No bullshit like what the ATA gives or other. It'll be similar to Mother Trucker Alex gives pretty good news. I like Alex's news. He's very biased. He just says what drivers give him, and he gives the news. That I like that. You know what I mean? Let me make the decision on what I think is right or wrong. Don't try to shift my narrative. Don't try to shift the narrative with your news. Just give me the information and I'll make the decision myself, right? And that's what I'm going to do for you guys. Me and a bunch of other people, not just me. Um, this is how we band together. We have to have one place where we can all go together to be in the same place. American citizens are being unalived on the roads because of the greed in the trucking industry. Now you know why you can't just hire anybody, right? Can't just hire anybody when it comes to a semi, because not just anybody can drive a semi. Only the best can have a CDL. Alberta, I was banned or hacked. I'm not sure. You probably were already following, but this is my new account. So thank you for re-signing. I don't want 175 cupcake. I've already earned 175. That's what we were making in the 70s. We haven't had a pay raise for over 30 years. So it's not that I want it. We've already earned it. Truck drivers are unaliving themselves right now because of all the greed of the greedy people taking the money we have already earned. The time is now, drivers, to band together and dominate again like we once did. I want to take a second to shout out a few trucking advocates that have shaped me, molded me into who I am today. So these people I'm about to announce, these people have shaped me, molded me. They have helped me come along. Texas trucker, Jamie. Trucking with the Schmidts, Lee and Lisa Schmidt. ATU truckers, Shannon. I'm sure you guys know him. Tool Time 56, Alan. Carriers United, Leander Richmond. Big Rig Nation, Patrick. McCone Company, LLC. Y'all know David. W Bob Trucking, Bob and Deb. 3J Trucking, Jane, We the Truckers. Trucker Jim, LLC, out of Florida. Trucker, what's your ETA? The DOT Cop, Mad Max, Mother Trucker Alex, JJ Trucking Consultants, Jamie, Charles Claiborne, Trucking Jason, Imen Official, I know y'all know him, Bobby Loads, Cisco Kid 76, Rocky, FOPT, Big Boy, I know you're in the house, Trucking by the Grace of God, Laura, WC, Wayne Campbell, you know the driver's side, and Oliver Truck Center. These are just a few people that have shaped me and molded me. If I didn't give you a shout out, sorry about that. But there are a lot of trucking advocates out there. So please go follow each other and follow these people. They really do care about the trucking industry. And you know what, you guys, we're not going to get along with everything, right? We're not. I mean, Cupcake and I can sit here and go back and forth, and we don't have to like each other, but I do feel like we should work with each other to try to solve these issues in the trucking industry. Because Cupcake, if we don't care about truck drivers, who is going to care about truck drivers? Who's going to look out for these men and women? Nobody else is. Nobody else is looking out for any of these drivers. Nobody cares. So if we don't look out for each other, nobody's going to look out for us. We are a family, whether we want to believe it or not. We really are. These are your trucking advocates. My hope is that we can all put aside our differences for now and band together, shoulder to shoulder, in this fight for these bigger issues at hand. You know, 98% we get along. Everything that we're saying, 98% of all the shit that we're saying, we get along. We agree 98% of the time. There's only 2%. Yeah, exactly, Cupcake. We don't block people. Yeah, well, I've blocked one person. One person I have blocked, and it's just because he's always saying I'm out for money and I'm trying to trick people and all this weird shit. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I do this shit for free. What are you talking about? I'm out for money. Yeah, that's why I'm working 90 hours a week, because I'm out for money. Please. Anyways, we agree on 98% of the stuff we agree on. There's only 2% that we don't agree on. So why are we fighting and not advancing our industry over the 2%? Let go of the 2%, please. Let it go. Move on. All right. It's going to take all of us to win this thing, y'all. Our forefathers fought for something big. Our forefathers fought for something better. Let's do the same thing. The time is now, drivers. We can't strike, but we can be sick. We don't have to go to work. Why are we not having more pride and respect for ourselves? Why? We don't have to go to work, right? What if we were sick 3 days this week? What if we were all sick on the same 3 or 4 days? What if we actually just enjoyed our life for the same 3, 4 days instead of going to work? Yes, we can't strike, especially if we're under a load. But again, nobody can make us work. Nobody can force us to work. If they don't want to start the conversation at 125,000 drivers, just straight up don't answer your phone. If they don't want to start the conversation at $4 a mile, hang up the phone. Don't, just like how brokers won't really have a conversation in negotiating today, don't negotiate either. If it's not at least $4, just be like, okay, thanks anyway, bye, and hang up. Be very polite, but just be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going to work for free. I'm not going to work for fuel money. I'm not going to work because it's my load home. No. There are 28 senators involved in the Science and Transportation Committee, and there are 68 congressmen in the Transportation of Infrastructure Committee. They basically rule our lives. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they basically rule our lives. Let's get to know them and let's vote them out if they're not making the pursuit of our happiness great. If our pursuit of happiness is not great, then let's get them out. Period. End of story. We are the truck driver and the small carrier is the biggest percentage of the American economy. We are the biggest percentage of the trucking industry. Do the brokers do a lot of work? Yes, but they don't do the same amount of work that the truck driver does. I'm sorry, they don't. Neither does the shipper, okay? The biggest majority of the work comes from the truck driver. So yes, the truck driver should be earning the bigger percentage of the load, not the broker, not the shipper. AI is probably going to replace brokers soon anyway. I hope not, because there are a lot of great brokers out there that I like. But unfortunately, that's the truth. AI is probably coming for us all. That's right, Cupcake. We are all needed. You're damn right. All of our homes, all of our families, all of our future, everything is at risk right now, y'all. If we don't fight for our industry, we will lose it. This isn't a game and this isn't a joke. I know we all sit around and we laugh and we have a good time, but this is real shit. This isn't a joke. Why do you think I'm taking 2 days off right now and I'm in DC and I'm going to freeze my you-know-what off tomorrow? You think I'm here for fun? You think I'm here for followers? No, I'm here because this is my industry. This is our industry that I love. This is how I support my family. This is how my little girl, I put a smile on my little girl's face, right? By attention and with money, right? How do I make money? The trucking industry. So without the trucking industry, I don't have anything. The trucking industry has given me an entire life. So it means a lot to me, and I hope you will join and uh, help us win. Maybe Donald Trump will come out and talk to me. What if we could really get some real traction here? What if I can inspire some of you to do the same in your state? That's what we really need to do is hit up Congress and Senate. What we really need to do is all of us go talk to our congressmen and our senators, the 28 and the 28 senators and the 68 congressmen. Those are the ones we need to talk to, you guys. Join me and let's make trucking great again, okay? So why am I here? Because I know I'm being taken advantage of. That's why I'm here. I know a lot of people are making millions off my back, and they did not earn it. I earned the revenue, and it's time for a shift in reality. I'm not working anymore if the rates don't skyrocket. I'm not. What's the point? Why work? We're all slowly losing everything anyway, right? I'm tired of working my ass off and always falling short of the goal line. Every single time, it's just short of the goal line. They keep lying and moving the goalpost further and further out. You get a little closer to the goal line, they move it. You get a little closer to the goal line, they move it. Aren't y'all sick of it? Because I'm definitely sick of it. I'm not going to give my precious time on earth away for nothing anymore. I'm not going to do it. If I'm not making money, you're not making money. I'll say it again. If I'm not making money, you're not making money. I'll go empty 700 miles. Y'all know me. I'll drive empty 700 miles. Is it silly? Yeah. Is it smart? No. But again, if I'm not making money, you're not making money. Saudi chadi. American truck drivers will have it all once they realize how very powerful that you are. That's why they treat us like crap, because they know and they realize that you actually have all the cards in your hands. And if they lose the ability, they'll lose millions. They make millions off our back, and they'll lose millions if you realize that. And then they can't work from home anymore and enjoy their families. Then they can't work from home anymore and enjoy their cushy little life at home with enjoying their families while we're out here in these trucks not enjoying our families. So remember that. They're enjoying their family off your hard revenue. They're enjoying getting medical. If they get sick, they're able to afford medical. We're not. We have to look in the mirror and we have to stop pointing the finger at each other. Money is an exchange of your time on the planet Earth, right? Are you making enough of it? I ask you. And is it worth it? We leave this earth at an early, yeah, see, Cupcake can't afford medical. So Cupcake, so you give it all, and we don't take care of you. That's a real nice nation. You give all for us, but in return, we don't take care of you and your family. That's not right. That's not right, brother. You're out here working your ass off, destroying your body for the American people. We should, in return, take care of you if, God forbid, anything happens to you. Obviously, I hope you don't get sick or any of your family members, but we all get sick eventually, right? When you start getting older, your check engine lights start going off. And what happens? You start getting shit, right? You start needing shit. Why are we taking care of people in other countries before we're taking care of Cupcake? Cupcake burns 3,500 miles a week. We need to take care of his ass first before we take care of other people. Okay? It's not right. It's not right, and it needs to stop. I'm here. This is what I'm fighting for. I'm sick and tired of the American citizen being last. It's bullshit. All the money comes from us. We generate the money, and then our own representatives take that money and they give it to other people, and they don't even take care of our people. It's bullshit, and it needs to stop. Bullshit. Sorry. We leave this earth at an early age so we can make brokers and shippers have a longer life with all the extra money that we provide for them. And it's BS. Crazy when you look at it that way, huh? If you really look at it, that's what we're doing. We work our ass off so that brokers and shippers don't have to work. They take a lot of the money. They take a lot of it. And it needs to stop. We need to start regulating the shippers and the brokers, enforce 371.3 broker transparency rule, and stop signing your rights away with a broker carrier package. Just stop it. The bigger problem here is that the biggest problem here is that we are providing a lot of jobs that are not needed, that are not technically needed in the trucking industry. We are providing a ton of jobs that are not needed, okay? The drivers needed, the brokers needed, the shippers needed. The insurance companies, what do they really do? They're kind of needed. Thank you for the heartbeat. But we are providing so many jobs and so much revenue for shit. Like the ELD. We don't need the ELD. We're providing a lot of different jobs for that. Forget the ELD. You're an adult. You take care of yourself. All right? It's that simple. Thank you for the heart me again. Appreciate it, life. Um, the results of this is we are hurting the main people in the industry, and that is the carrier and the driver. I'm sorry, but those are the most two important people of the industry. I'm not saying that with pride or ego. I am stating that as a fact. The small carrier and the driver are the golden ticket. Without them, you got nothing. How many people are willing to get in a truck and leave their families and drive 11 hours a day? How many people are willing to do it? How many people can do it? How many people have the cojones to get in this equipment and drive it around and can do it safely? Anybody can get in and do a U-turn on the Florida interstate and unalive people. That's not hard to do. What's hard to do is to drive this equipment safely, professionally, like American truck drivers do. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Whoop, whoop. All right. There are so many scams and fraud that we need to get a handle on it and stop working with anybody shady or anybody that breaks the law. If you break the law or you're shady, we're not going to work with you. You're gone. C'est dizit. Adios, muchachos. You're done. Insurance is getting so bad, it's going to destroy the ability for small business owners to keep up or to even start a business. We're taking the opportunity and the American dream away from our kids and away from our grandkids before it even starts. Am I the only one that sees that? I know you guys have, you drivers have to see that, and you small carriers. We are taking away with all these scams and all this bullshit. We are taking away the American dream before it even starts with our kids and our grandkids. Do we care? Don't we want to leave something better for our kids and our grandkids? Don't we want to leave something good for them? I do. I want to leave opportunity for my children. I want to leave opportunity for my grandchildren. Great opportunity. I want to leave this place better than I found it. I want to leave the United States better when I pass away than I found it. That's my hope. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I hope that you all will join me. And I thank you for being here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your time. It means a lot to me because time is precious. To me, that's the most valuable resource on the planet Earth. So you being here with me is very special to me. I appreciate it. I'll start bringing people up in a minute, okay? I'm almost done. The lonely trucker. I'll start bringing people up in a minute. So 3% of this nation. Oh, so what are we doing? What are we leaving our family? Our families. We're leaving our families shit. We're leaving our families shit. While 3% of the nation, corporate giants, these rich folk, right? We're leaving it so that they can buy a seventh house. That's what we're allowing. It is so out of hand right now, inflation versus living wages, and we just keep putting up with it. It's normal to get a second or third job. I'm sorry, but that's not flexing. That's not smart. It's not smart to work yourself into a ditch. That's not intelligent. It can't be. It can't be smart to work yourself to the grave. How is that a life? That's not a life for me. I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy my people. I want to come have lunch with you. I want to come laugh with you and bullshit with you and have some fun. I don't just want to work next to you my entire life. For what? For what? I mean, it used to be great, right? Before deregulation, truck drivers were paying their homes off in 10 years. It was great. We were saving money for college for our kids. We were going on vacations a couple times a year. Now, not so much. America was built by the small business owner. It wasn't built by corporate giants like Best Buy, all right? It wasn't. America was built by one person saying, maybe I could be a business owner, and working towards their dreams and working very hard towards that goal. That's how America was built. Let's protect it. Let's protect it. Recently, the federal government, I don't know if you guys saw Oliver's commercial. The federal government put a 12% excise tax on new big rigs and we don't even know where the revenue is going. That's cool. America, wake the hell up. Where are we going? Where's the money going, people? Now we're to the point where we don't even know where that money is going. Where are we, the truckers? Come on, man. I know we have a backbone. We need to stand up, take back our industry. 12% on a new big rig. 12% excise tax. That's bullshit, man. It's just the American dream, the American opportunity to have a dream, to buy a truck. It's going down and fast. What about the 21-year-olds right now, guys and gals? What about the 21-year-olds that want to own a truck? There's a lot of dreamers out there that want to own trucks. So screw them. 12%. 12% tax. Come on, man. When is enough enough? I've had enough. That's why I'm here. I've had enough. It's time to hang up the keys, drivers, and fight for yourself. Fight for your neighbor. Fight for your family. Fight for your country, because right now, nobody's coming to save us. Remember what John F. Kennedy said? That's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Remember that? And that time is now also. That time is now. No one is going to dig us out. Join us in making America great again and make American trucking great again. Okay? To be totally honest with you, it's crazy to think that running 11 hours a day and 6 days a week is normal. Wouldn't it be better to work half of that, maybe 3 times or 3 times a day, or sorry, 3 times a week, and actually enjoying your life before you leave the earth? I'm sick of making these greedy corporations millions of dollars so they can buy a fourth Ferrari while I'm struggling to make a car payment, my Toyota Camry car payment. I don't really have a Toyota Camry. I'm just, that's a metaphor. That's a metaphor. Okay. Honestly, I'm pretty much done with this version of life. I'm done with this version of life and bullshit. I really am. They go out and buy a fourth Ferrari while we're all struggling paying for one car. And it's a used car at that. And it's bullshit. Where's the advocacy? Where is the unity? Where is the selfless behavior? That's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Because I'm telling you, there is an advocate inside of you. It's there, I promise. If you go look in the mirror, you look at yourself. I want you to know how very powerful you really are. You might be the one that has the answer. Okay? I'm just one person. I'm no one special. I'm just like you. If you're nervous to talk or you're nervous to get on video, I was like that 4 months ago. Have you ever seen me till now? I never thought I could be this person to get up here and speak like this. But I am so pissed off and I'm so sick and tired. I'm so exhausted that I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just want the right thing here. And I know what the right thing is. And that's to be fair to all. I'm not talking about communism. I don't believe in communism. That's not what I'm saying. Just a more rounded, fair system than this. One thing is for sure, no matter what type of truck you drive, you are brave. You are rare. You are important. You are a hard worker, and without you, America would collapse. Without you, driver, America would literally collapse. That's how important you are. Without you, nobody would have a job. Without you, nobody in those small towns would have the shoes that they walk on, the fuel that gets them to work, the sick people that get to the hospital. Without you, bad guys wouldn't get caught because police officers wouldn't have cars to chase bad guys, right? You literally make America run. That's how amazing you are. So don't you feel like you've already earned $175,000 a year minimum? You should be having a fantastic life. You should have the brand new car. You should be the homeowner of a 2,200 square foot house. You should be going on vacation twice a year. You should have $200,000 in your savings account right now because you've been saving for the last 5 years. You, driver, Yeah, you've earned it. You've earned it. You've put your life at risk. You're 7 times more likely to get hurt or unalive than a police officer. You are braver than a police officer. Think about it. Every day when you start that motor, you are 7 times more brave than law enforcement. And I'm not, no, I'm not insulting law enforcement in any way, shape, or form. I'm just speaking facts. It's true. It's true. Let's see. I also believe we have earned fully paid medical for ourselves and our families. And the same with dental. All of our dental work should be taken care of for ourselves and our families. All of us. If you burn 2,000 or more miles a week, all your medical and all your dental should be paid for. Period. That's just my opinion. You've earned it. It's not that you deserve it, you've earned it. You've earned it. I mean, we're taking care of this country. Why aren't we taking care of this country and everyone in it? So before you say, oh, nobody deserves medical, then why are we okay with our tax dollars paying for free medical to is not real? I'm waiting. Anybody want to answer that for me? Why are we paying other countries medical and dental and their issues before our own? You take care of your own first. You take care of your family first. No. Scratch that. You take care of yourself. Then you take care of your family. Then you take care of your neighbor. Now, if there's anything else left to give, then you give outward to other people. Right? Okay. Let's see. You take care of the people who take care of you. Plain and simple. We've lost our way, America. We have lost our way. Our forefathers would be ashamed of us allowing it to get this bad. And I'll be the first American to admit it. I'll be the first one. I'm guilty. I am guilty. All right. So please join us in helping making America great again. We're trying. We're trying. Okay. We have been conditioned and programmed for so long, America. We need to snap out of it. Let's make our country great again. Let's start by keeping our money here in America. Let's keep our money here in America. Next, we keep our jobs for our people. Our people. Yeah, I said it. Our people. I'm done, man. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't care anymore who hears it. I'm not going to feel ashamed for wanting to take care of my people first. I'm not going to feel ashamed for that anymore. Next, we pay people a actual living wage that makes their quality of life great. One man's salary should be enough to support his family, and he shouldn't have to work himself into sickness to be able to do it. Again, a lot of things in life are more important than work or money. Okay? You want to see the rates go up? Let's all get Faraday bags. I don't know if anybody's ever thought of this. Let's all get Faraday bags one day. And when we're all parked and we're all safe and we have no loads, let's put our ELDs in our Faraday bags and our phones in our Faraday bags and just watch those rates come up, baby. Woo! They will soar through the roof. You want to see a crazy supply and demand? I mean, we allowed it. We allowed these ELDs. We allowed Congress and Senate to pass these laws, right? That are unjust. So we're funding our own demise. Macro point, what do you think that is? That tells you how many trucks are in one area so that they can lower or raise the rates. And it's always lowering. Thank you, Connect. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Hey, everybody, there's an awesome broker right there, Connected Cargo Logistics. Go follow him, man. He's a huge supporter. Awesome guy, honest broker. That's one of the few brokers out there that are like top notch. We need more brokers like him. We need guys like that to teach other brokers how to act, how to be fair. You know what I mean? So yeah, you want to see the rates go up? Put your ELD in a Faraday bag. Watch those rates go up. All right. I'm tired of living in this hamster wheel. I don't know about you all. I'm tired of living in this hamster wheel. None of us are ever going to get ahead unless we get involved and we do something drastic, like fire everybody in Congress and Senate. And this is a good year, right? A lot of them are their seats are coming up for reelection. So this is a good year to get involved. I don't know if everybody's registered to vote. Yes, I am. KT3, yes, I am in DC. Well, I'm actually in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, but my ride is coming and we're going to go get the hotel in actual DC. I'm only 112 miles away. Um, Nothing's going to change until we get involved. Everybody says that our congressmen and our thank you for the follow to David Mew. Uh, Everybody says that Congress and Senate don't do anything and the government doesn't do anything for us. Well, that's definitely going to be true if you don't get involved. If you don't get involved and you don't tell Congress and Senate what to do, they're only going to they're going to listen to whoever approaches them, right? Because that's what they do. They're employees. We, the people of the United States of America, we tell our Congress and our Senate what to do, and they do it. They're our employees. This is a constitutional republic. You are the government, America. We are the government. There's no such thing as government funded. It's all tax fund. It's all tax dollars. It's our dollars. Those tanks that they practice with in California, those are our tanks. Thank you for the heart me. Those F-16s, those F-22s you see flying in the air, those are your jets. You paid for that. Those are your jets. All right? The government is nothing to fear. Government should fear its people. People should not fear its government. I don't fear the government because I'm a law-abiding citizen. I follow we the people. I fear you more than I do the government. I fear you, the people, more than I would the government because you're the ones that tell me what to do. Collectively, we tell each other what to do, right? Through Congress and Senate. I'm not bringing people up yet, guys. Both of you just hang tight. Yeah, I literally have 2 more pages. I'll burn through this and then I'll start bringing people up, okay? Dude, I just had 20 people on Facebook live come up. That was pretty cool. They're gone now, but they were there for a second. That was neat. I haven't had that many people on Facebook yet. It's exciting. Anywho, I'm tired of living in this hamster wheel, you guys. None of us are ever going to get ahead of this unless we get involved and we do something drastic. What if we all just work 3 days a week? Screw it. I mean, we're all barely paying our bills anyway. What would it hurt? That's why I don't care. That's why I'm here. I don't care anymore. It's never freaking enough, man. No matter how freaking hard I work, it's never enough. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. It is for me. I've aged in the last 3 years. I've aged like 20 years. It's just never enough. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm not even excited anymore to work. I used to be. I used to really love the hustle, wheeling and dealing. Now there is no wheeling and dealing. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? And it sucks. It's not even fun anymore. It's all about money. Everything's about money. It's no fun. Because to me, it's not about money. To me, money is 5%. 5% of my life is about money. The rest of my life is about people. I want to invest into people, not things. I don't invest into things. When my kids break something or my wife breaks something, I don't care. I'm like, it's all right. We'll get another one. You're important. The thing is not important. Things are not important. They're all going to go in the garbage can one day anyway. My suggestion is treat people with kindness and love because in the end, those same people, your people that you spend your time with, those are the ones that are going to make you joyful and happy, not things. Things are just temporary. God Almighty put us here to love one another, not to take advantage of each other and walk all over each other. And that's what we're doing right now. Investing into people will make you happier than investing into things. Materialistic things break, they get old, and they eventually end up where? In the garbage. But investing into people will give you a more joyful life. All right, we're almost done. If people want to start coming up, we're pretty much done. We have been fooled. We have been fooled to just keep consuming. Just keep consuming, America. You'll be happy. You'll You'll be happy and own nothing. You'll own nothing and be happy. We're valuing things over people and we're becoming lonelier by doing so, and we're becoming more bitter and we're becoming more hateful. It's wild how a man can work 90 hours a week, be living paycheck to paycheck, and even if he doesn't gamble or smoke or drink and budgets very, very well, with today's living wages not matching inflation, it's just getting by, paycheck to paycheck, right? Don't give him medical. Don't give him dental. Don't give his family medical or dental. Tell him it's all his fault. It's all his fault. He needs to work harder. He's already working 18 hours a day, but it's not enough. It's all his fault, right? Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. You tax him 40%, and then you go and you give that tax money to other people around the world. You don't even give it to his people, his citizens in the United States of America. You support people in different countries. Then after he pays off his house after 30 years, he gets older. He gets sick because of how hard he worked for 50, 60 years of his life. Now he has to sell his house just to pay for the medical bills that he worked so hard for 30 years, just to be able to have 2 more years of life. Sound familiar? Because that's what's happening right now. And now that same man and woman are not able to leave their house to their kids just to get a few more years on the planet Earth. That's bullshit. And it's wrong, and we need to stop treating people like this. We need to get away with property taxes too. That's a crock of shit, isn't it? That needs to go away too. That's a whole different subject though. But yeah. This is how we treat good, hardworking drivers. This is how we treat them. They can't even. And if you're lucky enough to leave your house to your kids, then they're taxed inheritance tax. When is enough enough? And the reason I'm so upset is because I can't do it on my own. I need you guys. I need you gals. I need all 18 beautiful people here to get involved. I need you guys. Without you guys, I'm nothing. I don't mind being a voice for you. Like if you can't, if you're too nervous to be a voice, but you got a lot to say, give it to me. I'll shout it at the rooftops for the whole world to hear. I'll say it. I don't care what people think of me. I just want people to be taken care of. That's what I'd like to see. So basically, other people get rich while this man suffers. And in the end, he worked for that other man, rich man's dreams instead of his own. And he worked for other countries. Enough is enough. How can we expect to hand our kids and our grandkids a future that we're proud of? We must save America together. If it sounds like something you're interested in, please join us. We need all the help we can get. Join us as we fight for the American truck driver and their families and the small carriers. And now we'll start bringing people up. Sorry about that long speech. I was just practicing for tomorrow, actually. I think, Sarah, were you just here? Sarah, you can come on back up now if you want. Come on. Yo, welcome in, welcome in. What's going on?
What's up, Vince? How do I sound? I got a new headset.
You sound okay. You sound good. Yeah.
A lot of background noise or anything.
There's a little bit of background noise, but it's all good, man. You know. Yeah. What's yeah, what's going on, man?
I got a question for you. I do.
All right. Shoot.
Talk about the 3%, and we need to slow that down there.
Whoa, slow which one down?
You talk about the top 3%, and we need to slow them down, right?
Okay.
We need to bring them down a notch, right?
Right.
So, do you shop at Walmart?
No, I try not to. Very rarely. Very rarely.
What grocery store do you use?
Costco.
Okay, so you're already supporting the top 3%.
Yes, sir, I am.
Do you use Amazon?
No.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Why don't you grow your own garden to lessen your grocery bill so you're not supporting the groceries?
We actually do. We do buy a lot from the farmers market in Fernley, where I live. We do buy a lot of fruits and vegetables. We buy half cows. But I hear what you're saying, and actually I'm working on that. I am working on that. I would love to be completely self-sufficient from the government. I'm working on that. But what
Right.
what are you trying to get to?
Well,
Like don't
just for people that want to stop this supporting the 3%.
uh-huh.
If we're so concerned about the top 3%, we need to stop supporting them. One of the easiest ways to do it is to grow your own garden, close your Amazon account. Um, you know,
Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Yep, yep. You're
so
right.
I'm just saying that's where I'm at. I mean, if people are so concerned about it, and as far as medical goes, I'm curious how nobody can afford medical.
So it's not that I can't afford, like for me specifically, right? Like, so me as a family man, I live a very traditional lifestyle. For me, medical's pretty decently easy to get for myself and pretty cheap for myself. But for my wife and kids, it's about $2,000 a month. And even if I were to buy that medical insurance for $2,000 a month, it would only cover like 30%. I mean, I would lose everything if any of us got sick. Everything I've ever worked for, I would lose. There's no good plans out there. I've tried the Christian plans, I've tried Blue Cross, we've tried everything. We just don't have medical insurance. So that's why it's,
But
I
you're
don't
a
think,
business owner, right?
correct. Yep.
So am I. I don't understand. I guess my insurance costs like $400 a month for a family.
What, how many people do you have under it?
That would have been for me, wife, and kid.
Wow. That,
That's through
shoot me.
healthcare.gov.
What is it?
Healthcare.gov.
Have you ever needed it with a major illness or no?
Well, one of them has Crohn's,
Okay.
and the other one has colitis. And they go get infusions and all that other jazz. So, yeah. But
Wow.
there's
Okay.
programs out there that the states offer to help cover those costs for the large things.
Right.
So
Right.
you just have to go talk to your doctor. I mean, if
Right.
there's anybody that's having issues with like large cost health cares, the states are actually stepping up and have been for some time with programs to help with that. I mean, that's why I don't understand on the medical side how nobody can afford it. It boggles my mind. When I know what's out there, when I know it's capable, and I know what goes on, and I'm like, I don't see how anybody's struggling with healthcare.
That
On the
might
other
be in
hand,
your state. You might.
dental's a
Yeah.
bitch. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
dental's a bitch everywhere. For whatever reason, apparently they don't believe in oral hygiene, but they, are you know, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a buddy in Illinois.
Yeah.
Can I
He's
cut?
got
Wait,
great
wait, wait.
healthcare.
Hang on. Hey,
We got
Cupcake.
somebody out there.
Cupcake, circle back around because I'm burning people through it 3 minutes at a time. Okay. So come back around,
So
brother.
there is some people out there. In fact, I have a driver who's like he's a constitutionalist. He's not really a Republican or a Democrat. Route, the I-65 north and he won't use healthcare.gov because he says it's against the Constitution.
Hmm.
So he won't get that insurance. So you got to keep in mind that just because we believe one way, it's not everyone's not going to believe that same way, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. Medical's just it's one of those things I've never understood. If a person is working hard in their country and they're taking care of their people, their country, they're contributing, why are we not taking care of them? It just doesn't make sense to me. It shouldn't cost them everything they've ever worked for in their life. And I hear of it all the time. I elderly people in my church are losing their homes because of it. Medicaid is making people pay back. People are getting on Medicaid as they retire, and then they get the big C word or something, and then now they lose their house. They beat the C word over 2 years. Now they got to pay it back with their house. They owe like 400 or 500 grand, so there goes their house. So 30 years of their life paying off their house. They just lost their house to pay for a medical bill that cured them, that gave them 2 more years to live. It's not right. In my opinion, it's not right. They shouldn't take your house from you, you know? Sarah, what do you think?
Where's the background noise? Yeah, the background noise so
All
bad.
right. Yeah, well, Sarah, we're gonna go to Lonely Trucker. Have a great night and circle back around, all right? Lonely Trucker, welcome in. What's up, brother?
How's it going, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm
What's
doing good.
nice?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough battle with the healthcare thing. I mean, we pay what $1,100 a month or something like that for my family, and it's the 80-20 deal, you know. But I'm a diabetic, so I would be broke as a joke if I didn't have. I have to pay $1,000 a month for health insurance because if I don't have health insurance, my insulin alone is like 1,400 a month. You know what I mean? So
Jeez,
and
that's
then
insane.
sensors and the different medications that they have you on. You know, I take a lot of supplements. I'm trying to fight it, but and that's expensive, right? So
Right,
buying the different supplements and different, you know, my wife's
right.
always like, stop buying supplements you don't need that doesn't work, you know. So I try it. I try different things, but yeah, I feel you, man, and I've seen it, the whole, you know, going into nursing home and having to sell everything in order to pay for it.
Right.
You know, it's your health insurance isn't going to cover a full care facility. You know, that if you have to go live in it, they're not going to pay for that. They might pay for part of it, but not even close to enough to pay. You know, keep you out of the hole. So that's a pretty tough spot for a lot of people, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if we didn't tolerate it, we tolerate it. I think that's why. We tolerate these things. If we didn't tolerate it, it wouldn't happen. You know, we just roll over and we
Well,
allow
you
it to
know,
happen.
I think we're just ignorant. You know, unfortunately, and I'm not saying this to to be a negative Nancy or anything, but I think unfortunately our society has come full circle, and we're all kind of numb to the ignorance. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
Yep.
everything, this is the way it's gonna be. This is the way it's set up. This is how you need to conform, and everybody's just saying, "F it," right? All
Yep.
right. Well, I can't fight it, so why am I gonna? Why would I waste my time fighting it? You know, you know, I've kind of just gotten to the point where I pay my bills. I work 100 hours a week, and it is what it is. I'll die in
Yeah.
my truck probably, but you know, I mean,
Yep. Yep. And that's what they want, brother.
it's unfortunate.
That's what they
Well,
want,
you know,
man.
yeah, and it gets to the point where it's you're gonna you put yourself in the poorhouse trying to fight it, right? I mean,
I have to, man. I can't do that. If this is really it, man, if I'm just a slave, a hamster and on a wheel, and that's it, my weekends are never gonna come back. Like, eh, if my early 20s, that was the best time of my life, that was it. You know, it's like in your early 20s, you're not listening to anybody, you're having a blast, you're doing whatever you want. I was anyway. And you know, I didn't follow the rules. I still worked hard, but I blew all my money. I didn't save or anything like that. And then I started listening to people and I buckled down and I started saving and I started getting good credit and I followed all the rules. And all that's done is make me a slave. That's all that's done is create a pattern of slavery to be on that hamster wheel. It's a perfect design to get you hooked, especially if you own a house, right? Because now we can threaten to take your house. if you don't do XYZ, right? So it's just a perfect loop of hell, you know.
What is everybody using for? What is everybody doing for retirement? What is everybody doing for?
Well,
Are you guys investing any? Are you have a 401k, Roth IRA, IULs? Like, what are you guys doing?
no, nope. How do you save on a salary today?
Okay, so let me just tell you this. I'm gonna go through it. I'm just gonna
Wait, wait,
throw this
wait.
out there.
Cupcake,
I read
actually,
an article.
hold on, brother. We skipped someone. Lonely Trucker, your 3 minutes is up, brother. Do you have anything else to say, or I'm gonna filter through, okay?
No, we're good, man. I
All right.
appreciate it, and yeah, keep up the good work, and good luck tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the live, and
Awesome.
I'll be on standby.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
If you need
Yeah.
anybody, if you need me to come up there and break some kneecaps, you just say the word. I'll
we
take
might
care of business for you. You know what I
we
mean?
might we might need that. We might need that. All
Can I
right,
ask him
man.
a question before he goes, real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead. What do you
Yeah.
need?
So
What's that?
you said you're doing the diabetic sensors, right?
Yeah.
Which one are you using?
I use Dexcon 7.
You might want to talk to your doctor about switching over to the one made by Abbott. They've got a big deal going right now to where they don't cost anything.
I don't pay anything. I don't pay anything for my sensors with my insurance. But if I didn't have my insurance, then it would be a battle as far as cost. That's
like I said, they've got that Abbott right now. They're literally, it's like a $4 prescription for their sensors. So
yeah, I'm sure there's probably deals out there. I've been using Dexcon for 12 years now. I think I had Dexcon 6s at first, and they didn't cost me anything at the beginning because I was getting samples from my doctor, and then I started getting them through the prescription, and then insurance decided not to cover them. Blah blah blah. Just the normal routine roller coaster of we'll pay and now we won't type of shit. But yeah. Anyway, I'll get out of here so somebody else can talk. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yep. All right, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. All right. Later.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. What is it? Corey? Corey, welcome in.
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. How are you, man? What's on your mind?
Well, not too much. Well, actually, a lot. You probably got my. I have reposted on one of your posts about a letter I had asked you to read to Donald Trump and get I'm real passionate about the trucking industry as well.
Okay.
Me and my wife are both team drivers. We.
You sent me a DM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a reply on one of your posts.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But no, yeah, we do a lot of military and pharmaceutical loads and stuff like that, and so we have to run like bigger tractors. We run 156 inch.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's an apartment on wheels.
Yeah.
This past year, I had to come off the road because my health, I got like real bad erosive of the esophagus. And I started looking at my foods and all that stuff. And, when it comes down to it, to stop a lot of our, truckers having health problems and stuff, it's healthier food.
Yep. Yep.
And having places to park. Because with me having a 156, I pull in, people get mad at me because I take up so much space. And it's just like, well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, you can't help it. That's like an oversize. It is what it is. You can't help it.
Yeah, me and my wife are out here 8 weeks at a time, and then we go home for a week and we're back out 8 weeks again.
Right.
Just like you said, the hamster wheel.
Yep.
And, And again, like the taxes I pay on the house to my dad. My dad had passed away 12 years ago, and he left me his house. I'm still paying on
Wow.
it for 12 years now. I almost lost it last year because I got sick and couldn't come off the road. And I had to take a bunch of specialty medicine. And we're 1099. We're not company drivers out here, so
Right.
for health insurance and stuff, that's the lowest health insurance that we can find was running 800 a week. Well,
Well, you just you know, if you do a good job in this country, whatever your industry is, if you do a good job for us, we should do a good job for you. Like if,
exactly.
you know, if you work your butt off 30, 40, 50 years and you get a disease of some kind, God forbid, we should take care of you. And you shouldn't have to lose everything that you worked so hard for that 30, 40 years. We shouldn't be taking that all from you. It's everything has become where it's just about money. It's not about like what are your hobbies? What do you I mean, we're here for a short period, man. We are here for a blink of an eye, boom, and then we're gone. So it's like, what are we doing? We're not even enjoying it anymore. We used our forefathers enjoyed it, right? Like you went to work 40 hours, you know, and I don't even know why that's a flex. Why wouldn't it be smarter for us as humans? I thought we always tried to make things better for ourselves. Why are we not doing that? Why are we not trying to come up with a way to where we work 30 hours a week? We spend more of our time enjoying our life, our family, and our hobbies, and you know, before we leave this earth. Like yes, we all have to work and we all have to contribute. I get that, and I'm okay with that, right? As especially as a man, like you want to contribute, you feel good about yourself contributing, but it shouldn't be your entire life, bro. Like I look at my kids on FaceTime and like I always tell my wife, I'm like, you know, they're already gone. And she thinks I'm crazy, right? I'll just look at her and I'm like, they're already gone. And she doesn't get it. Do you get it? Like they're already gone, bro. They're fucking gone. The childhood is gone. They're married. They're gone. I mean, there's my daughter's 8, but she's already gone. That's my future. And I'm not okay with that. I want to enjoy her before she leaves me, before she
Yeah,
meets her husband and leaves with him to go spend her 80% of her life with him. I want to enjoy her childhood. And I can't do that right now because I got to be a slave in a hamster wheel. And enough is enough, dude. It's, you know, we all have, there's more to us than working. Working is just a portion of our life. It should be like 30% of our life. It shouldn't be 90% of our life like it is right now. Enough is enough. And then all the money that we give, all the money that could be making our lives great, is going to other countries. It's not even going to our people.
oh yeah.
Enough is
It's
enough.
just like the only other thing I got. I know I only got 3 minutes on here, and I'll just say this, and I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
But the only other thing I got going on right now that's kind of a bitch fest for me is I love my president. I love him. I back him 100%. But instead of spending $1 billion on the trucking industry, he spent $1 billion on airports so that they could have healthier food, an area for kids to play in, and workout equipment. Wait a minute. Now, doesn't that sound like something that we need?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, listen, brother. Just so you know, I'm gonna bring Cupcake up now. So thank you for coming. But you can always circle back if you want to circle back. I just want to give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
So
problem. I
circle
appreciate
back,
it.
brother. And if you want to send me that letter or whatever and put it in my DMs, if I actually can meet him, I don't know how long I'm gonna have. It's gonna be the major problems first, right? Uh,
Oh, yeah.
like 2 and 3 PL brokers and you know, why is there 3 smogs a year in California? The deaf, the ELD. Let's get rid of all that shit first. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, all right, brother. Well, thanks for coming up. All right, you guys take
Thank
care.
you.
All right,
You too.
all right. Bye bye. Bye. And Cupcake, you're back, or you're not back.
I had my mic muted. Sorry, buddy.
Ah, you're all good, man.
I was talking to you about the retirement side.
Yeah.
You said you don't have anything set up for retirement.
No. I started having a small retirement when I had my first kid, but by the time I had my fourth, dude, it takes every penny we have just to function with a family of six. Now, with that said, we do live a very traditional biblical lifestyle where what I mean by that is my wife is home every day. She homeschools the kids. So I am absorbing what she should do because it takes two people to work in a household in America, right? Let's just be honest. It takes two people to make, yeah. So with my wife staying home, there has to be a sacrifice come from somewhere. So that's how I'm working 90 hours a week to absorb her being able to stay at home with the kids. So with that said, we live off one paycheck. There's no way. And dude, we budget well. We don't blow money. We don't buy the shit on the end caps and have stupid subscriptions. And I'm not judging anybody that does. I'm just saying, I don't go out and buy a bunch of hats and clothes, and I don't waste money. We don't waste money. We budget very well. There's no way I could afford to save for retirement with four kids, still raising
Let me
four
ask you
kids.
this.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, there is. Do you have
You're breaking up, brother.
do you have a $20 bill that you can just go do whatever with once a month?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Robin? You ever heard of Robin Hood?
Yeah, I have. You you have a suggestion
Start
for me?
putting $20 a month
Go ahead.
in Robin Hood.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were breaking in and out. I can hear you now though.
Literally, have it set it up. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
I
Yeah.
put a whole thing. I put made an entire article to help drivers and owner operators to retirement and saving their money.
Yeah.
It's on our FOBT.org website. It's one of the articles in there. Robinhood, Acorns, these are all small investment things. Robinhood,
Gotcha.
I started off with $300 in it. 10 weeks later, I had 3,000.
Damn.
300 to 3,000 in 10 weeks.
All right, I'm gonna try it. We're gonna talk about this.
Set it up to follow a whale.
Okay.
Set it up to follow a whale. You know what a whale is, right?
No.
It's like a Nancy Pelosi or something like that.
Okay.
These Nancy Pelosi's and Heinz's and stuff, they're
Gotcha.
whales. Set
Gotcha.
it up to follow a whale.
Okay.
I will tell you which whales are doing the best. I literally started with $3,000, 10 weeks later, or 300. 10 weeks later, I had $3,000 in there. I also have Acorns. Every time I swipe my bank card or whatever, it rounds up. It takes that 60 cents and puts it off to the side. It takes
Wow.
that 30 cents or 20 cents or whatever.
Wow.
I've cashed out my Acorns 4 times over the last 10 years. And each time I cash out 4 to 5 grand.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
That's right. Literally, after you do that,
Yeah.
go get into Bitcoin. Go to crypto.com. After you're cashing that stuff out on your Acorns, invest it on a crypto.com or invest it into Robinhood.
Gotcha.
It will blow up.
Okay.
It constantly goes up.
Nice.
So,
Dude, thank you, brother. I'll give it a shot.
the other thing of it is this. If you happen to get an opportunity, things get a little better for you financially. I understand you're a single income household, but you can take, since you're a business owner, in an individual or a universal life insurance program plan, you can put up to $40,000 a year tax free.
Huh.
They don't tax you on that money. It lowers your tax bill.
Wait.
Universal life insurance. The
Good.
difference between universal life and a whole life insurance is whole life is a fixed rate. Universal life is a variable rate. So depending on what you want to do there, you want to be a little bit more conservative, go with a whole life insurance policy that's
Right.
cash indexed. If you want to be a little more aggressive, use a universal life insurance that's cash indexed. That rate goes up and down. So you're going to have good months. You're not going to have some bad months.
Gotcha.
A little bit more, solid ground. his whole life.
Wow.
Check out the article though. Go to my website. You've been over there, I'm sure.
Yep.
Go through the articles. There's one in there about investments. Look it over. There's nothing in there as far as advice goes, like you should do this.
Right.
It explains
Just suggestions. Suggestions, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, that's awesome you do that for drivers. That's awesome.
Well, the thing of it is some of the things that are in there are just for owner-operators or business owners. And some of the things are just for like company type drivers. You wouldn't believe how many company drivers I talk to that have no idea about what a 401k does. And then they're losing free money from the company. Because you're losing free money from the company.
Yeah.
If you work for somewhere and they match up to 3%, they're literally, if you go through and we'll just say the 3% you're putting in is $30, they match up to that $30. So
not bad.
You another $30 on top of your normal paycheck. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
it's something.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is this: it's also invested. So as you keep putting 30 in, and they keep putting 30 in. So we'll just say you're doing 3% on $1,000. That's $30 a week out of your check, and another $30 a week for the company.
Wow.
So whatever, do 60 times 52, and tell me what the math is on that.
Say it again.
It's a little over $3,000.
Oh, okay.
60 times 52, it's a little over $3,000.
Wow.
So you literally just stuck $3,000 into a interest-bearing account. So you now have the game. Now that's going to, as you put more in, they invest more. The more money you invest in it, the more returns you get.
The bigger it gets.
So it grows exponentially.
Right.
This is why I put this out there. But it's, it's one of those things.
Yep.
The acorns and the Robin Hood, you don't need a lot of money to start. That's great for like some of us that are out here that don't have a whole lot of money. Most of us, I don't know anybody out here that's a driver that is running around like Bill Gates.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
and we should be having some money. We should be having hundreds of thousands of dollars in our account. Maybe not millions, but we should all have a couple $100,000 as hard as we work. We should.
I'm going to just have to agree to disagree. My stance on that, I'm just going to have to agree to disagree.
All right, well, circle back around. Yeah, well, something. Circle back around, we could talk about it. I'm gonna see what Kate has to say. All right, brother? All right. Kate, what's going on? Welcome back.
Oh, hey, Vince. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you? Where you been?
Oh, I don't know. I've been working, but I just want to bring up a couple of ideas. Okay, so the first one is, financial education. I think it's really important for people to learn how to move their money around, how to learn how to invest. And I'm speaking as a Gen X person who is from, the Bay Area, and it is something that we weren't taught, back in the 80s.
Right.
It's something to pay attention to, and I can't really talk too much about it, but I just wanted to throw that out there. The other thing that is the most important to me, because I've been an athlete my whole life. The hardest thing for me over the years has been the lack of range of motion when you're driving in a truck, right?
What do you mean?
Okay, so when you're sitting still and you're driving a truck and you're bouncing around for so many hours of the day, and it's like you lose that range of motion in your joints. And as we get older,
yeah.
Something to pay attention to.
Right.
Trucks are health, right? Lack of availability for, healthy foods. I think, when I was over the road, I relied on the organic section of, Walmart. I don't know if they're still letting people park there, but, going through Nebraska, Lexington, Nebraska is one of my main stops.
Okay.
And lettuce takes a lot of real estate in your tiny little refrigerator.
People don't understand what living, it's like you're camping every single day. People just really don't understand what truck drivers go through. you know, and what it's like to live in this little truck, you know, constantly. Yeah.
And it's really important to have, greens, right? And
Yep. Yep.
you can't just pay $25 for, scrambled eggs and sausage and hash browns. That's going to make you fat. It's going to make you, sick.
Yep. Yep.
It's really hard to be healthy. And so, I don't want to stay on here too long, but I think one of the biggest things that I had about trucking as being an athlete most of my life and then having a landscape design business for 20 years in Seattle, so healthy. But when I got my CDL, man, it's like you really have to pay attention
Mm-hmm.
to, range of motion with your arms.
Right.
And so.
And what about walking? Most folks don't understand walking 30 minutes a day keeps 90% of health related diseases off your life. Did you know that? Just walking 30 minutes a day.
I get that, but you also have your upper body.
Right.
So you have to, proactively, do, I don't know. I mean, so I had a double bunk, and this sounds really funny, but I would put my 2 feet on the bottom bunk, and then I would put my hands on the top bunk, and I would do squats. Like get your body moving.
Right.
Figure out how you use
your
truck like jungle gym, and and that's the reason I came in here, because I really think that that's something that people don't talk too much about.
Right.
Is health on the road. Trying to figure out how you can, we don't have very many options out there.
You should start a channel doing that and like show people. Be in your truck and like do those exercises and just inspire people.
I'm local now. I'm off the road. I'm back in Northern California, but I know that there's 2 grocery stores that have truck parking, kind of in general, and it would be grocery. They just put one up on the 5 in Weed, right across from the Pilot.
Mm-hmm.
You can park there, or you could go get. They have a lot of organic stuff. They have some powders. I don't know much about those powders, like beet powder and stuff like that. But I would recommend trying to figure out how to be healthy on the road. And so that's my 2 cents.
Right. Well, cool. Well, thanks, Kate. I appreciate you coming in. And if you want to circle back around, I'm going back old school like I did in the beginning. I'm circling 3 minutes through people. Just because there's
2 cents for you, but
right on.
And that's what we're doing, and I think it's amazing, and we need you, and I'll try to do whatever I can on my end.
Alrighty.
But I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you too, Kate. And watch tomorrow and Friday. We're going to be live at the White House both days, just trying to meet Trump or Sean Duffy or JD Vance and get them to apply pressure to Congress and Senate. This time, I'm not just asking Trump to fix the world. I'm asking him to apply pressure to Congress and Senate to get us overtime pay and to get Sam Graves out of Missouri to move a fire under his butt. And see if Sean Duffy will talk to us about the ATA not representing me as a truck driver. I can't speak for you guys, but I can speak for myself. They don't represent me, and I don't appreciate them or OIDA. I'm just going to say it because I'm just going to be raw because I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't.
I can tell you one thing that really bothered me when I was last over the road was the lack of parking, and then Pilot. I was in Tennessee, and Pilot seems to be having the majority of their parking spots reserved.
Yep, it's getting worse.
And all of the off-road, the ramps on the off-road, there's no parking signs, but they don't provide any parking. So that was a big problem.
Well, Kate, we're gonna give Corey a second to speak. If you just want to hang out, I can circle back through you after Cupcake if you want. All right, thanks, Kate. Appreciate you. Corey, welcome back. What's happening?
It's just just circling back through here. I agree with what Kate was saying, about health and everything, because that's the root of the problem is is our health. We're not getting enough exercise. We're not eating healthy enough out here because of, parking and stuff like that. She brought up a lot of good points on that. So, but yeah, and parking is getting way worse. Like I was saying when I said earlier, we need better parking. Like rest areas for truck stops. Kind of
Right.
split between the rest area and truck stop. You see some of these places are for cars only, and then the trucks only doesn't have anything except for a spot to park and a half a dozen piss jugs. So
Well, and you see all these videos now where there's like a truck stop that's got 100 parking spots, 90 of them are available. One truck driver goes way off in the corner to park to be alone, but it's a reserved area. There's nobody else around, and all of a sudden TA's banging on their door at 7 in the morning. You better get out of here, or we're gonna call the police. It's like I get it, but at the same time, where is the it's like everything is against the truck driver, man. Like we need our sleep so badly to bang on our door and wake us up and make us have to go into the mode of working or moving the truck. Or and it's like, what are you hurting? You're not, it's not like you even needed the spot. Like, but I'm also a law-abiding citizen where I believe in following the law, and that's private property. So I believe in private property, right? So it's a catch 22. Me as a business owner though, if I owned a TA or a Petro and I didn't need the spot, I would not bug the truck driver. I would not bother them. I'd let them sleep. They're going to spend money in my truck stop anyway the next morning when they wake up. Why bother them? Is it that
that's
big of a
just like
deal? Yeah.
when me and my wife, we're like I was saying, we're team truck drivers. So some of our loads, we can only stop for 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
And usually we're carrying, like 1.1, 1.2, stuff like that. And we need those couple of hours to relax for a minute. We're carrying hazardous, explosive stuff like that.
Right.
So, we need that couple hours. And then you get people that, they get mad at you, come up, bang on your door, and want you to move. Well, in order for me to move, there's 15 people I got to let know, hey, I'm moving. And then by the time I let them know that I'm moving, by the time I get done moving, my time's up.
Yep. Yep.
So it's a hassle and a half. And, round and back, that's where we need more places like, just truck rest stops.
Right.
Where there's 800 parking spots for us to pull in there and pull over and go inside, get some healthier options or something to eat.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Like with me having a bigger truck, I've got the stove and all that, so I can cook in the truck. But we don't always have time for that. We're always on the go, and by the time we get off, we're looking at each other, and our eyes are fixing to hit the dashboard, and we don't feel like cooking. But what offers do we have? Like right now, I'm sitting in front of TA. There's a Taco Bell, a Burger King, and a Popeyes.
Right.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
Yeah, and it's by design because, if they wanted to sell better food, they could, and they know we would buy it. If they sold fruits and vegetables, they could easily put it in those stores. It's to make money off the medicine, it's to keep you. They don't want to cure you. They just want to keep you in a loop. Exactly. Act 76 said it best. He said greed in the chat. And it's that I would like to see that go, not just greed go away. That's the human heart. It's very hard to tackle that problem. But in the trucking industry, I would love to see us as truck drivers and small carriers. I would like to see us taking care of ourselves more and taking care of each other more. Because who else do we have out here on the road than each other? Who else do we have? And,
Exactly.
and like it was in the 70s, that's what I would love to see come back. And it can make a comeback. A lot of people say that's impossible. I disagree. We do whatever we want to do. We don't have to be a certain way. We can change whatever we want, you know?
And another thing, if they would cut down with the pickups parking in the semi parking lot when they can park up front, or the short little box trucks
Yeah.
park up front in these places, and they take up a whole parking spot, or bobtails that don't want to double up. They can go up to the front and park, or they can double up in a parking spot.
Yeah, whenever I'm bobtail, if there's like a little patch of dirt or something, I'll go park in the dirt lot. Like I never will take up a full spot, if unless I absolutely have to and I'm in a desperate situation, which is like never, right? I'll go park at a little mom and pop shop somewhere, or I'll get out of the way to let somebody with a trailer. But Corey, if you want to stick around, I'm gonna circle back down to. There's nobody else trying to come up right now. I'm gonna circle back to Cupcake. If you want to hang out, I can come back after Kate if you want. Okay, brother. All right. If anybody else wants to come up, we're bringing people up 3 minutes at a time. We're just filtering through folks right now until if somebody new wants to come up, go ahead and feel free to join. We are 112 miles away from the White House. Hopefully Donald Trump is there tomorrow. We will see. If anything, you guys can get a big laugh watching me freeze my you know what off. So what's up, Cupcake?
Well, I just kind of want to circle back to what Kate was talking about with nutrition. I was involved with judo for many, many years of my life, and you can actually eat healthy out here on the road. One of the things you can do is when you go in and you go to get a cheeseburger or a chicken sandwich, buy the grilled chicken sandwich and have it lettuce wrapped. Get rid of the bun. Now you're just eating meat and vegetables. You're removing that nasty processed bun.
Yep.
And don't get the French fries. And don't get the soda. Get you a glass of water and remove the French fries. Don't buy the big bag of Dorito Cool Ranch, because I'm guilty of it. I like my Funyuns. I'm not going to lie. I have a little guilty pleasure there.
Yep. But that's in moderation. That's in moderation, right? You're not doing
exactly.
that. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, it's like when you go in to get it, you don't need any more than that sandwich. You're not exhausting any calories driving that truck.
This is my guilty pleasure. I have.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Well, but hold on.
Yep, those are good.
I'll have one of these every 2 or 3 days. I'll have one. I've had this pack for like a month, bro, and look, there's still, there's still half the pack in there. That'll last me a month and a half.
Right.
Control yourself,
What I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to, when people talk about there's no healthy options, I can walk into Burger King and I will get a Whopper with cheese, lettuce wrapped. That's it.
Yeah.
No fries, no onion rings. That's it. That's what I get. Or if I do get a drink, I will do, instead of doing, I like tea, and instead of doing this massive amount of sugar, I'll do half sweet tea, half unsweet. Do that. We call it 50-50. I'll order a 50-50.
Well, it's like you said.
You're cutting it.
You don't have, so many people think I have to have the fries and the Coke. I have to have the number 2 supersize. No, you don't. It's okay to have a hamburger and an apple. It's okay to wake up in the morning and eat green vegetables. You don't have to have eggs and ham in the morning. That's just a metaphor, right? You don't have to eat the way they tell you to eat. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I look at it. You want to talk about, if you want to work out in your truck, literally, I know we talk about we don't want to do Amazon, we don't want to do the Walmart, we don't want to support the 3%, but you can also go there and get you a 20-pound or a 10-pound dumbbell. For the ladies, I would start with a 10, and you can get you some workout bands. Most of these trucks all have a handle in them so that people can climb up. You can tie your workout band right to that.
Yep.
You can use that for range of motion. Like she talks about, use your truck as a jungle gym. When you get up in the morning, every time that you go and you go check a tire, do a squat.
Right.
So when you go to do a pre-trip, do a squat. So you'll do 18 squats when you check 18 tires.
Hey, you'll have to excuse me. my ride is here, guys. I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I'm gonna leave for about 2 minutes right now and look for my ride, and then I'll be right back. Go ahead and keep going though, okay? Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, but that's one of those things. Like it's so easy to do this stuff. You can, most of the companies I see are putting the bull guards or the cattle guards on the front of the trucks. Get out, use that to balance yourself to do some squats in the morning. Use them to do push-ups. Use them to do like a improvised pull-up.
Yes. Yes.
If you walk around your truck and you do 18 squats, and you can do a squat and a jumping jack.
Yep.
So now you've done a squat and a jumping jack. You've done it 18 times. When you park
That's right.
in the evening, do like I do. I get out of the truck and I walk around. I talk to my buddy Matt or BJ or whoever I'm on the phone with, and I'll walk for 30 minutes to 3 hours. It depends on how long we talk. I mean,
Yes.
that right there. If you want to be healthier, it's capable of doing it. You just cannot go off the social norms of buying the double.
What's up, brother? Everybody, look, my ride is here. Pancho is here doing my live. What's up, brother? How are ya? Pancho is here. We're getting ready to go to the White House, you guys. Say hi, Pancho.
Hey guys, how you guys are doing? Can't see what they're saying. I can't.
They're all saying hello.
Okay.
All right, let me get off of this and I'll start wrapping everything up, all right? All right, guys. Well, as you can see, I got to get going. Cupcake, thanks for coming up. If you want to come up tomorrow, I'm going to need all the help I can get tomorrow. That's probably going to be a lot of people on the live. So tomorrow will be a good day to just talk to people about the FOPT and all the, you know. What's up, Kate?
I appreciate you. Thank you for your live.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, all right. Well, thanks you two for coming up and stay tuned for tomorrow, okay?
Have a good night, buddy.
All right, you too. Later, Kate. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to the live, everybody. As you can see, our ride is here. Thank you on YouTube, Facebook, X. Thank you, everybody on TikTok, you 16 beautiful souls. It's here. The time is now. Our speech is ready. Cross our fingers. Let's hope we get to meet Donald Trump and tell him about some of the issues in the trucking industry. I love you, trucker family. You are welcome. L. Taburon says, thank you, brother. Thank you. God bless you guys too. Remember 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 13 and 14 says this, be on your guard, stand still in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. I love you, trucker family, and we got to get going. We got to hit the road. I'll try to do a live in the car if Pancho and I are not talking a lot, all right? See you guys later. We'll talk at the hotel. We'll cut a video. Wish us luck, all right? This is for all of us. See you later, America. See you later, YouTube.